hello, and welcome once again to the Forward Compatible Podcast. This is episode 33 for September 23rd, 2012. My name's Tony, and I'm joined, as always, by my fellow podcasters, Mark and Jason.
Yeah, I'm back.
Welcome back! That was like simultaneous.
It was pretty awesome. Totally unscripted.
Yeah, I like it. So what's going on, gentlemen?
Oh, not much.
How you doing, Mark? How was your week off?
Oh, it was great. It was great. Work absolutely sucked that day, and I need some time off from people.
Yeah, and you missed the huge Wii U discussion. I don't know if you wanted to talk about that. Your thoughts, the big announcement.
It's right now it's interesting because this week or two, a lot of developers are going in or out. Kind of, it's kind of like their last chance to say, "Hey, that game's coming out." I know this week, Far Cry 3 said they weren't. Yeah, Far Cry 3 said they're out.
They're not bringing that to...
Yeah, they're skipping, I believe. Okay. I might be on the other... Like, I just was reading up through the week. But, yeah, it's kind of like that in or out week seems to be this week.
Rock on.
Yeah. As for Wii U, I'll definitely try it out on Jason's, apparently.
Yeah, Jason's
from what I hear.
Horse.
Yeah. Because Tony is pulling a... ooh, yeah!
I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure.
Oh, yeah, see, just like the ooh yeah.
Yeah.
Now, if they're selling you that for $100 up front,
well, if it was $100, I'd be getting 2 Wii U's.
Yeah, see. But the ooh yeah, if it was $50, he would have gotten 2 then. I guess.
Ooh yeah. Yeah. All right. With that all sorted out, why don't we hop into the weekly roundtable and catch everybody up on what we've been playing since the last time we all spoke. I ran out of breath halfway through that.
Get the bag. All right, well, it was Borderlands 2 launched this week, so I did put some time on with that.
What level are you, sir?
Well, you'll find out why I'm not a higher level, but I believe I'm probably close to 10.
Nice.
Yeah.
Weak.
Yeah, I know, right? I did 0. I was doing it to be a sniper because I love Mordecai in the first one, and then I got into the melee. Like, I have a few points in there, and I'm like, ooh, this could be something fancy.
Nice.
Don't look at me. I'm watching Angry Andy play.
Yeah, we
right now as 0 with half sniper, half melee.
We've got a live stream from London.
Yeah.
I have been playing Borderlands 2.
I wasn't done.
And what level are you?
Sorry.
No, you go.
Go ahead.
Wait, does it really matter any other game this week other than Borderlands 2?
Yeah, a little bit.
What else did you play, sir?
I did NHL 13 again,
Nice.
But this will make you both proud. I did The Walking Dead. I finally bought episodes 1, 2, 3.
Yay!
Where are you at?
I'm in episode 2 currently.
Nice.
What'd you think of episode 1?
Episode 1 was actually really good. I don't think the demo did it very much justice to...
It did not. They're badass, aren't they?
Yeah, they're badass. From the demo, I was like, skippable. And then you guys, you got me into the mood of actually finishing them.
Should have listened to me from the start.
I just bought episode 1 and I finished. I'm like, I'm just gonna buy in 2 and 3. I'll do it now.
I'm curious. I would like to talk to you after you finish 2.
Have you delved into 3 yet?
I have not because I'm scared because I'm pretty sure PlayStation Plus will give them away again. But I don't think they're striking up deals with Telltale for every individual episode because what they did with the first one is they gave 1 and 2.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming they'll give 3 and 4 away and then they'll give 5 away. And 4 is not out yet. Because what happened last time is they didn't give 1 away. The day after 2 came out, they gave them both away. So I'm thinking
weird.
I'm thinking the day after 4. And if it doesn't come out, then I'm just going to bite the bullet and buy them.
Okay.
But I'm thinking the day after 4.
$5 a piece is not too bad.
Yeah, the day after they get released on 4, I think 3 and 4 will come out. And I'll just tear through them.
I haven't played 3 yet either, and we'll get to that why in just a minute if you're done.
Yeah, in a minute. I got a few more things to say. Because I know I picked up Walking Dead when I got, for some reason I picked up 4,000 points, so I got all the Walking Dead and then the Market Samurai. But my other 2 games, I actually got into some betas this weekend. I got into the World of Warplanes beta. It's not as good as World of Tanks, so I'm not really doing it. But the cooler one is I got to do PlanetSide 2 beta, and that one has a lot of potential. Right now, I think the server I'm on kind of affects because we're kind of getting our ass handed to us. But that one's pretty cool if you're a beta PlanetSide 1 player. You already got your beta key. It's just I forgot my account info. And
womp womp.
Yeah, basically. But my number 1 game of the week would be World of Tanks. I've lost count of my actual hours I put into it.
I actually have a quick question before we hop into yours. I have not. This is the first NHL I haven't played or bought in a long time. So I haven't played 13 yet. What do you think so far?
Literally, that is probably the my second favorite one behind like 94.
Yeah.
Literally 11 was my all-time favorite, my second all-time favorite. But then this year came out, and this year's is fantastic.
Because I remember 9 to 10 was the biggest jump recently.
Yeah.
And now I heard that
This one with the new
13
physics
is another
engine,
big jump.
It is.
Like,
It's
yeah.
just with the physics engine. Like everything else is basically the same, but like the physics actually changed a lot. Like rebounds work for the first time in like 5 or 6 years. The actual skating is real. Like you can't just like it felt like you were just gliding before on ice.
Yeah.
You could just make turns. There's a lot of physics based into how fast you're going and if you can make that turn. Like sometimes you try to make a turn and you'll have to go around like half the ice just to do it because you're going too fast.
Yeah.
They finally added sprint back or hustle as they call it in the game, which is as it should be. It should be there. And literally it's way more skill based. I think this year.
Yeah.
It's good. I really really do like it.
Very cool, sir. Very cool. How about yourself, Jace?
I haven't really played anything much this
Nothing?
week. No,
Just
Borderlands.
Just Borderlands.
Borderlands.
And what level are you, good sir?
I am currently 21, close to 22 on Salvador, the Gunzerker.
How do you like gunzerking?
I actually like Brick a little bit better.
Okay,
for
the tank.
for the tanking, but I mean, again, I don't remember what Brick was like at 21 because it was so long ago.
Yeah.
So I'm still holding out hope for it. I mean, it's not bad in any way, shape, or form. I'm finally finding some decent weapons to kind of pair up together, which is pretty cool. I've got kind of a big spoiler for Borderlands that doesn't involve anything from the main story.
Do I want to know?
You kind of do.
Nah, go for it.
Okay. There's a super badass Easter egg in the game.
Okay, I'm cool with that.
And if you don't want to hear it, you're going to want to fast forward about 2
It's an
minutes.
Easter egg. Everyone likes Easter eggs. And to
Okay,
find
so I'm starting the spoiler now.
right meow.
Now.
Wait, man.
When you're in, I don't remember what the cavern's called with all the acid. In the northwest corner, if you follow the train tracks and do a little digging around, you'll come across some very familiar little blocks that happen to look like blocks from a different video game.
There's a Minecraft one?
Minecraft, okay? So as you break through the blocks, you come into a little cave. And all of a sudden, you're greeted by creepers.
Nice.
They're actually called creepers, and then one of the characters calls out, "Oh, badass!" And there's a giant badass creeper coming at you.
That's fucking sweet.
It is. And then what you get for defeating the badass creeper is you actually get Steve's head.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
And
Steve,
spoiler,
the spatial dead brother of Notch that he put in the game.
we read it, and spoiler now.
Right meow.
So yeah, I have not started Walking Dead because I've been so consumed with waiting for Borderlands and kind of Walking Dead will be my go-to if I want to put down Borderlands for a little bit so I don't get overexposed to it.
Yeah.
So I've been saving that in Rock Band Blitz for when I want to take a break from it. But this is, and I know we'll probably talk about it a little bit later, this is my game for the year, the one that I've been waiting for.
Mm-hmm. You know, it's
So, yeah.
sad. Because of why I just started playing Worlds of Tanks this year, it's probably going to be my game of the year. I literally put out $100 this week to be a Prime member for a year.
Yeah, I did that.
what?
I did that once back in the day, and then they shut down my fucking game.
Oh.
Or in the process of.
Like,
Don't smile at me.
who's he talking to? I don't know. Angry Andy's doing something. He's got his face up on screen.
We're FaceTiming on my iPhone.
Oh, okay.
Well, there's the Apple reference for the week.
Yeah.
Nerd.
Premium, just like paying. Like, it's free to play, but you can do like the.
Some crazy.
Yeah, like how Jason did with City Heroes.
Rock on.
That's what I'm doing. So
Gotcha,
I'm giving
gotcha.
development dollars.
Excellent. As for myself, I only partook in 2 games on the PlayStations. I continued onward in Ratchet and Clank HD. I'm still on the first game. I actually got the forgot what the hell it was, a belt add-on or something. You get really late in the game, and it actually it's like it goes back to all the maps and shows you where all the secret areas are on every world, and now allows you to access them. So I'm going back to all the worlds that I beat to pick up all the obscure shit that I missed on my playthroughs. But that only consumed a few hours. The majority of my time, like my colleagues, I played the Borderlands.
Sorry.
Jason's throwing pens.
Is it actually coming up?
I don't know, but it doesn't
I was
matter.
twirling a pen at the beginning, and I'm like, I'm having so much fun. Like, I feel so much cooler with a pen in my hand doing this cast, and he just takes and throws
Jason
it.
just gets mad
Yeah.
and throws stuff around. It's fucking crazy. But I
And
made
the screensaver goes on, and it's annoying.
level
Shut up, damn it.
17 or 18, I think.
Yeah, you were right there with us, and then you had to, do lame real world things. So we
Yeah,
continued on
I
without you.
went outside.
I did
Crazy.
not.
I
for
don't
the
know
past,
what's wrong with me.
For the past 2 days, I literally
I
hunkered down
really
in my
haven't
house.
either. I had the weekend off, and I really just kind of stayed inside. It was freaking fantastic.
So I'm a little bit behind these guys, but I am enjoying it.
You're behind. Or you're still ahead of me. So.
I'm enjoying it immensely. So
The
good
story
stuff.
is just hilarious.
It still doesn't make any fucking sense.
It doesn't need to. It doesn't need to.
It's just like
but,
Borderlands 1. It made
the
no
dialogue
fucking
is
sense.
just
Oh yeah, it's
hilarious.
hysterical.
Yeah.
See,
The first few minutes
Claptrap
with
just knows
Claptrap,
he's
it was
a badass
crazy.
now.
I do have a couple of issues with Borderlands too. If we want to take
Yeah,
a
go for
second
it.
to talk about them. Yeah.
There's issues.
Yeah. What? Yeah, a little bit
Okay,
later.
go
A
ahead.
little bit later. We can.
No, I was gonna say that's when.
I do appreciate what they've done in the game, but I also feel they've gone a little bit more mainstream with it, and they've had to scale back a little bit of the over the top stuff, just a
Such
tad.
as.
We noticed when in Borderlands 1, if you headshot somebody, there'd be a giant geyser and you'd see the head go rolling.
yeah.
They've scaled that back a little bit, and some of the language isn't as vulgar, if you will.
See, once you're M rated, it shouldn't really matter.
Exactly, but my whole thing is like with Borderlands 1, they took a risk on a brand new IP they were unsure about. Now that it's established, they kind of have to reel it back just a hair. Just a hair. And I'm not the only one that noticed it. Angry Andy noticed it also while playing.
I'll have to take it now, yeah. I guess I haven't played
I wasn't
much,
really paying
so.
attention. To me, it seemed like they swear an awful lot, but
Yeah, well,
I'll pay more attention to it now.
We're not snipers.
Yeah.
He is. And that's just one of the things he noticed.
Yeah.
I'm a sniper.
You don't count because you're only level 9.
I use a sniper gun all the time.
You
It's
should.
actually one of my favorite. I hated the sniper in.
You know what your problem
Actually,
is?
sniper is a
You know
lot
what your
better.
problem is? As soon as I hit my gun Zerk and I start firing, all of a sudden 20 pops up in front of me and nothing's hitting the fucking target.
That's right.
As
He's
it should
just
be.
zigzagging in front of the fucking screen.
I'm what they call a kill
candy,
stealer.
eating candy and shit.
Oh, Jason got mad. I was eating candy over the headset the other day. He's like, "Stop fucking eating candy!" I'm like, whatever, dude.
I was
Well,
not.
I'll give a fuck.
I was not that.
Dude, he was mad, dude. I think he broke his TV.
No, it's my headset I broke again.
Did
Yeah.
you really?
Fuck it! No, my dog ate it. Fucker.
Did you really?
The new headset,
Hold on.
it's eaten.
Oh my
Wait,
god.
I'll put a picture up on Facebook in a minute. But hey, grab the headset.
Is it that bad?
Oh man, we're gonna get a good.
Is that the Gears of War headset?
No,
Oh, okay.
no. I don't know where all the
It's the basic Microsoft one, and it's missing the
The
styrofoam
foam
over
on
it.
both pieces, the pop filter.
But
yeah.
look, he cleaned that foam right off of there. There's like no
Doesn't
residual.
that just pop off anyway, though?
No, it's like built into that little part. He got in the little crevasse there. It still works.
Dog's
So,
smart. He's also a bastard.
He is a bastard.
All right, there you go. That's
Yeah.
the animal story of the week.
Yeah, we'll get into more Borderlands a little bit later here.
Yeah. All right. Time for news. News it up. Since
Is it sexy again?
Thank you for that. I found enough. First thing, make it sexy is my my note. So I have the sexy stories of the week. They're coming back. If I can remember them, because apparently I mainstreamed it and I toned it back a little bit over the.
You pulled the Borderlands too.
I pulled the Borderlands before Borderlands.
Scaled it back a little bit.
Yeah, scaled it back a little, but these are sexy today. And they end on a good note. Because Tony was like, should I get NHL? NHL beat its franchise sales record with 51,000 day one sales.
451, you mean?
Oh, yeah, I totally meant that. Totally bad with numbers right now.
Just let's short them 400,000.
Was
yeah,
that like-
whatever.
was
yeah.
that like when you-
451,000 day one sales.
Was
yeah,
that
would've
like
been
when
really
you
shitty.
posted on Facebook that the Wii U was coming out September?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, I screwed up the fucking date.
I saw that.
I was on that shit.
yeah.
It's like, wait, it's out in 3 days?
Surprise!
Surprise, Sega
Oh
Saturn.
man, good stuff.
451,000 to clarify, because I'm an idiot. Not enough caffeine or too much, who knows. And as of only September 20th, which is like a week after release, they have 3.7 million online games played and 5 million goals.
Nice.
Yeah, and I thought the most popular teams right now are the Rangers, the Flyers, and the Pens.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
So there you go. Going right on, next sexy story. This one's going to be really good. Valve hardware will actually go into beta starting next year.
Yep. This was actually one of the stories I talked to myself about during the episode that is still lost. The lost episode when it was first getting announced.
Yeah.
It's still sitting on my hard drive. I just don't know how to upload it.
Tony's so bad with stuff.
But
It's a simple drag function. He can't figure it out.
I can figure it out on a Mac. Okay.
calm down.
You go to MediaFire, you drag it.
It's not on MediaFire though.
I know, he's got to drag
He's
it
telling you
in.
how to put it on
okay,
MediaFire.
whatever. Fine, I'll figure it out and it'll be up there.
No, it
But I
didn't.
talked about
No, we're going to release it in like 2 months and we will just call it the Lost Episode, not do
That's what it's gonna be. The lost episode.
With Tony talking to himself for a half hour.
And he's naked. We established last week. that
Coming directly from Tony's bedroom.
Eating Cheetos.
We established last week
Naked.
that he's naked. When he was recording, because nobody else was around.
Halfway through.
He's
This is
eating-
Tony in the
were you eating
bathroom.
candy through the whole
Continuing.
fucking thing,
I
too?
was not. I was very.
Well, I'm going to stop for
topical on
5
that.
minutes because I'm out of material. Well, these gummy bears are goddamn good.
There's 30 seconds of just.
That was pretty sweet. If you saw what Jason did, he was chewing and blowing smoke out of his nose. It was pretty impressive. Oh God, look at all that. All right. You let me go on, not be funny. This is a serious show.
Welcome back, Mark.
Valve's new hardware. I know when it first got announced, people were like, "Ooh, yeah, they're gonna build a console." I
Did
don't
you
know
say,
if it's
ooh, yeah?
Ooh,
Yeah.
No, I think it might be a headset.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
I
Or,
think-
or it's a controller.
I think it's
Goggles?
a hat.
I think it's something like
Google
that.
goggles?
Or I think it's a controller for PCs.
That could be. Yeah, I mean, they did say something about that as well. I know.
I don't think it's a console.
Yeah, it is very sketchy about what they want to do. But yeah, I know there's in the original rumor they talked a lot about how nothing has evolved on the PC, keyboard, mouse wise for a long time. So they wanted to do
I
something.
could kind of see them doing, maybe partnering in with another PC developer and kind of like a specific machine for it, and then a controller or something like that.
See, I just don't want a controller with a bunch of extra buttons though.
It's because it's going to be a tablet.
Wii U.
Why would it be a tablet?
Why wouldn't it?
Because tablets don't have buttons.
Exactly. So that
Sort of
solves Mark's
buttons.
problem. It doesn't have a bunch of buttons.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy talk.
It's just a screen, just a computer in a
crazy
screen, but it's a controller. All right.
I would totally take a tablet that would play my Steam games. I would.
I probably would too.
Look at you know you would
You
too.
think about
but
those little
You'd buy a tablet if you could play your Steam
No, I
games on
wouldn't.
it.
Some-
I would not. The fucking mobile, touch gaming sucks. I like
you know-
controllers.
Coming from the guy who owns a Vita.
Yeah, right.
It's all controllers, and I don't use any of the touch
A
function.
lot of the actual engines do have options to do touchscreen stuff on them just normally, so it is a
Yeah.
possibility.
Yeah,
Touchscreen.
Yeah,
yeah, take that.
yeah. Also, since we're talking about the Vitas, as people at work always like to say, I hate everybody.
Nice segue there.
Yeah. PlayStation Plus is coming to the Vitas or Vitas.
Thank
if you,
fucking God.
Yeah, it's coming
Because
November.
The saves on the Vita is I'm the only one that owns one, right? You guys neither.
No, I broke mine.
I've never actually even touched one.
and by broke mine, I mean didn't buy it.
Yeah. But the save, the one thing I'm looking most forward to is cloud save coming to the Vita, because it's such a mess. I don't know what Sony was thinking when they did that
Oh, big surprise.
with the Vita. Yeah, they don't think ahead too well. But this should
$599
this should
That's thinking well.
this should alleviate some of that if it can all get uploaded to the cloud. So I'm looking very, very forward to that. It also help, I think, manage the the trophy syncing a lot faster, because it's hard to explain. It's just a pain on the Vita. Some of the stuff is really dumb, really dumb, like really dumb. Yeah, more or less.
More or less.
Okay.
Crickets.
Okay.
All right, moving on. Next sexy story of the week: Nintendo buys American. The official engine on Nintendo games will be Unity, which is a program that I'm currently using, and it's based out of San Francisco. So there you go. I know it's nerdy news, but it affects my life.
So Nintendo owns the engine that you...
No, they threw money at Unity to make the Unity engine work on the Wii U.
Oh, so it's still its own property. It's just...
Yeah, they're not buying them out. Yeah, they're just saying, hey, make us stuff to make stuff on.
Kind of like Unreal Engine.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, Unity's they have probably actually more developers. Well, they're probably in the top 3 of games right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Take that.
So there you go.
Whoever.
That yeah.
Yep. Don't worry, it's okay.
Super, you can turn off the screensaver.
Dude, this just got hooked up.
I mean, literally every 10 minutes, basically, there's a nudie pic that comes on screen.
No nudie pics.
I mean, it's just I'm not going to be able to say nudes.
It's always a guy.
It's always the guy, and sometimes it's Tony. Sometimes it just happens to be Tony.
Well, he was bored when he was doing the nude cast, and he didn't have anybody to talk to, so he took some dick pics.
I don't want to know. This is why that podcast is lost.
It's why
for good reason.
That's why Mark took the week off. Tony, stop sending me dick pics.
It's such a good episode, too.
All right.
Him just talking to himself in a mirror. So what do you think, Tony? Well, let me tell you.
Also, has anyone told you? You look sexy today.
You are rocking that shirt, Tony. Thanks, Tony.
What shirt?
What shirt?
Whatever. God, guys are so fucking nitpicky.
You're messing with the story. If I ever get pulled over, we have to keep the story right, And you're going to want to fuck up. Okay. I'll go in.
I don't even know what's going on anymore today.
I'll just go with the sexy stories. You can just keep laughing.
Tony brought the sexy stories back.
He brought sexy back. Sexy cast.
That's the song you opened it with because he couldn't find the intro.
Oh,
Sexy
man.
back.
Before he can repost that, I'm going to put that on there.
Yes.
Also, stay tuned. At the end of the podcast, I'm going to post a link of Tony's nudes.
We gotta Photoshop him on like a 400-pound dude naked.
Nobody knows what I look like, so we think it's me.
We put your face up there before.
People see you for the first time. Wow, you lost a lot of weight. He's also not black.
I'm sure we can Google fat naked man with eating Cheetos and just Photoshop his face.
It works. Man, that guy's got a really tiny head.
Oh, man. I did not think that's what he looked like.
Makes sense.
His voice is a lot.
How does he do
more
landscaping? How does he bartender?
Good times.
Let's bartend from the fucking drive-thru.
What? All right.
Okay. The ARMA community has united to free its 2 arrested developers. Not Arrested Development. I just thought about that as I typed it.
The two guys over yonder.
Over yonder. They were arrested allegedly for spying in Greece. They're facing up to 20 years in prison for taking pictures of the island's military complex.
Taking pictures of Tony naked.
Yeah, that's worth 20 years or life. Just like countless other tourists, basically. But for some reason, they got caught, and now they're facing espionage charges. So right now, the reason this was kind of a deal is Armor 3 is going to be featured in Greece. So the 2 were supposed to be, what their story is they were taking reference photos for the game. But Bohemia is insisting that they were on holiday and that they weren't taking pictures for the game. So they're like completely not backing them. Otherwise, why else would they be in Greek in the exact location where it's supposed to take place?
It's pretty shitty. They're like, oh, fuck those guys.
That's kind of how they're at. So there's actually a website that's already been thrown up. It's called helpivanmartin.org, and you can sign a petition, and I'm not sure what this is going to get at, but literally they're just trying to get these guys not 20 years in prison for taking photos for a game.
Like most online petitions, it'll amount to nothing.
They got about 10,000.
Bite your tongue.
They got about 10,000 petitions already. It's only been, they got arrested 2 weeks ago, but I think the story dropped this week.
Yeah.
2 weeks ago. They don't have as many as City of Heroes.
Yeah. Armor's got a huge community behind it as well. That's, another reason.
I'm just saying, we're at like 18,000.
Yeah, I know. Armor's got more players, though. I'm sorry.
Just saying.
Yeah. If you want, throw up a petition there, sign your name, whatever. But yeah, sad. And the number 1 sexy news story of the week is the retirement of BioWare co-founders Greg Zeschuk. We're going to go with that one.
Greg. There you go.
Greg Zeschuk. And Ray Musica. You know, I did this, like, I was practicing this before I came, so I wouldn't sound like a freaking retard.
Were you in a mirror?
Yeah, he was in the mirror just
No,
oh, I got it. This
Greg
rubbing his nipples.
Greg Zeschuk, and we'll go with Ray
This one's Greg
Muka.
Zeschuk, and
We're going
this
Muka. We're going Muka. Yeah, that's what we're going.
one's Muka.
The reason this matters, they've been doing games for 17 years. They've given you some of the best RPGs of all time. They gave you Baldur's Gate, Neverwinter Nights, Star Wars KOTOR, the one in the early 2000s, all the Mass Effect series, and Dragon Age.
Yeah. And little known fact, Baldur's Gate's actually what led into your current Dragon Ages.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. Alongside this story, I'm just going to go throughout the rumor that, I'm just saying I was right again. We'll just start with that.
I was right again. Suck on that.
I reported this back in, I believe, February or March. I didn't have an exact date. BioWare said, don't get rid of your Mass Effect 3 saves, or any of your Mass Effect saves on top of that. Basically, another rumor came up saying that the pre-production of whatever becomes the Mass Effect series has started, and the early obvious rumors is it's going to be a new character, and it might actually contain its own trilogy inside of it. So, There you go.
Fucking
I'm just going to say I'm right all the time.
Look at that.
You can basically just listen to me, and you'll be fine.
Oh, all right. Good times. That's the sexy stories for the week, yeah?
Yeah.
And I feel like
Touch nipples.
I feel like David Letterman with the cards. You know, and I can just
throw them.
now you just throw them away, just like David
all
Letterman.
shambles.
My dog's gonna eat those.
God, some slave will pick them up later.
Angry Andy. You flipped me off.
I meant to say more of the the intern.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
the intern will pick it up later.
Yeah, we have interns. Get me coffee.
Yeah.
His name's Tony.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, right.
Tony the intern, the fat 300-pound guy who's got Cheetos.
That's gonna happen now.
Oh, God.
It has to happen.
People are
All
gonna,
right, so
people are gonna visit our page for
we
the
had
first
to-
time and see a picture of Tony up there with freaking Cheetos, and
we're
they just I don't want to like this page anymore.
it's time for some social media.
Email?
No.
Gmail.
Everybody's
We have a
gonna
Gmail.
think we're high as a guy on this podcast when all we're doing is drinking coffee, Coke, and I'm smoking cigarettes.
We're all hopped up on caffeine.
Yeah.
Makes
Okay.
the podcast.
We've got our first question. I believe he was a guest.
He was twice.
Yeah, back to back. Only
yeah,
back to back guest.
I think it was only twice.
Whatever. Matt Willauer asked.
Hi, Matt.
Hi,
Hello,
Matt.
Matt.
I might talk to you tomorrow or the day after.
Yeah, we gotta
Yeah.
get your ass back on here. Do you think Borderlands 2 will win Game of the Year? Or will it be the highest scoring game this year? Or both? It's clearly Matt likes Borderlands.
Matt, what have you been doing this weekend?
Borderlands.
Should come up with something weird. Pokemon.
Whoever, take it away. Kick it off.
Game of the year. Oh, it's going to be up there. I definitely think it will be on every nomination ballot. It's too early to tell though. You still have to take into effect Mass Effect 3 was fantastically received as well. You still have Halo 4.
You got Assassin's Creed 3.
Assassin's Creed probably will be up there, even though Revelations sucked dick.
He was trying to think of a different word.
I was like monkey balls. Monkey balls? Nah, dick. All right. You have
Deer
that.
nipples?
Deer nipples.
No. Well, we'll just go
Horse
with dick.
honkies? Literally, that is probably going to be up there. Not one of my exciting games. Dishonored, because it's a new IP, and if it does well, it might be up there as well. Since new IPs generally, new IPs generally don't get up there. Usually it's the remakes. You sadly will have Call of Duty somewhere there because people are stupid. But yeah, it's got some hard competition, I think, but it will definitely be on every single Game of the Year ballot. And it will win some Game of the Year awards, I guarantee it. I just don't know if it's going to be the majority winner of most Game of the Year awards, since now there's like 100 different ones.
Let me pose this question. Does anybody remember what released with Borderlands 1 that year? When Borderlands... I know ODST.
What month was because of 2009, right? Yes.
No, it was 10. It was
Was it?
10 and 12. It was 2 years.
Was it 2 years? Is that when ODST was? 2 years ago?
No, I'm talking Borderlands 1. I
That's-
don't know if it released with ODST.
It released at the same time just
No,
because...
because Reach was 2010.
I know,
so
but I'm just
ODST
saying-
had to be 9, and Halo 3
Oh.
was 2006. I'm telling you what they're.
Well, we don't believe you. We're just going to be honest.
Okay, well, while they look it up, I'll let you know my thoughts on the Borderlands situation. I do not think it will win Game of the Year.
Hater.
As Mark said, there's too many games with bigger budgets that will probably overtake it. I think without just what people will receive the best will be Assassin's Creed 3. I feel that that's the one that most people... I don't think Halo 4 stands a chance because it's
October 20th, 2009.
it's not multiplayer.
Ah, I was right.
Yeah, it was the same year as... I'm sorry, it was the same year as ODST. I remember that for a very specific reason, which I won't bring up, but go ahead.
Rock on. So I don't think Halo 4 stands a chance because it's a single platform. I don't think those really can... when's the last exclusive that got Game of the Year? Overwhelming Game of the Year. Exactly. That's why I don't think Halo 4 stands... It's going to be a great game.
It'll be
Probably get 9s and 10s, but like Mark said, I think just like Borderlands, it will be on everybody's list, but it will lose out on everybody's list. It'll probably be the best Microsoft game that comes out because there's no other,
Oh, Halo.
Halo 4 is what I'm saying. It'll be the best.
Oh, I think
Halo,
Borderlands too. I was like, Microsoft? Okay, maybe best Xbox.
Call of Duty, they're always fun games, and I know you brought them up. I kind of disagree a little bit. They typically don't get considered for Game of the Year because they're not as good as the stuff that is Game of the Year quality.
Yeah. Not enough polish.
It's probably... I know it got really highly rated so far, but it also came out early enough in the year when Game of the Year starts coming around, people forget. You know what I mean? That's why That's why I think Dead Space 2 wasn't really in the mix last year because of how early it came out in the year.
So also why Red Dead did really well because of that later release.
Yeah.
So it gets remembered.
Yeah, that's the thing with I don't know if after the because the onslaught kind of started, and now every week or two there's a big game coming up. And, the people in the industry, they tend to pick them all up or get to play them all. Where 30 games down the line, who knows who's going to remember how good Borderlands 2 was. So,
yeah, it's just sad.
Do I think it's deserving thus far? It's one of the 2 best games I've played all year. But
is your other one Spec Ops, though?
It's still best.
Yeah, that's not going to win anything.
No, it's not even close. That's my sleeper pick for Game of the Year. I also
it might be, that's probably one of those best ones for best game no one played.
Yeah. It's exactly what it should
and
be.
And when those things always come out, those sales always go up when they get those kind of awards.
But also, I haven't finished Borderlands 2 yet. I'm only about halfway through the game, so I mean, who knows what's... The thing with Borderlands, it's more Borderlands, which is great. It's exactly what I wanted. I didn't want them to change much, but I already spent a gazillion hours in the original game. You know what I mean? It's nothing...
Well, that means you need
crazy
2 gazillion hours here.
Yeah.
Now,
it's nothing...
For me, obviously I'm biased because I've already put it out there that this is the game that I've been waiting for the year.
Yeah.
But if you roll back a couple years ago, nobody thought Arkham Asylum was going to win Game of the Year, and that did out of nowhere, and Arkham City did it too, and Arkham City was up against some pretty big stuff. So I mean, obviously,
Arkham City won some of them. They didn't win. They weren't the overwhelming. It was Skyrim.
That's how Game of the Year works. I mean, anybody,
Well,
as long as somebody out there, like we can have our Game of the Year pick, and some developer out there can slap a sticker on it that
that's
says
what I
Game of the
mean.
Year.
For compatible Game of the Year.
Yeah, that's why I can say, that's why I said there's hundreds of people who can give the Game of the Years. It's always that majority thing, Spike Video Game Awards. I mean, those things are bullshit.
Yeah.
You have to look at who gets the majority of them, and that's really how you can pick who's actually Game of the Year.
I mean, I would like to see it. I think it like you said, it has potential, but it is going against some pretty big sequels this year.
Yeah, I don't think it will.
Unfortunately, like you said, I don't think Dishonored's going to even be...
Yeah, new IPs generally, I don't think they've really won that many. I mean, you had BioShock won some, I know. But I mean, Batman was, I guess you'd say, new IP.
Yeah.
Uncharted won the PlayStation Game of the Year when the first one came out.
Yeah. It did.
Uncharted 2 won Game of the
tend
Year.
to-
That was the last. Okay,
Yeah.
I answered my own question. That was the last exclusive title that won Game of the Year.
I tend to gauge the how well a game does based on my friends list, because I have such a diverse friends list. I've got
All
people,
3 of them.
Yeah, okay. Don't talk about yourself like that.
Mark's on Borderlands, Tony's on Borderlands. Game of the Year.
I mean, no, but I literally, like, I'll have friends that don't play games throughout the year, and all of a sudden I'm seeing them popping up playing Borderlands. Same thing happened with Gears and things like that. So that I don't read reviews, and I don't put my stock into people who get paid to review games. I base mine on people who spend their hard-earned money to play games.
Yeah.
So far from what I've seen, again, I've been offline for almost 2 months, but I haven't seen this many people playing since Mass Effect.
Yeah, Mass Effect had a ton of people.
Since
If
Mass
you go on
Effect.
that terms, Mass Effect
Yeah.
so far is actually far beating Borderlands on my friends list.
On mine, I agree with Jason. Like, I'll sign on, they'll be like, oh, you have 14 friends online. 12 of them are playing
And
Borderlands.
the other 2 are watching Netflix.
Yeah.
And one of them's me.
Yeah. So, I mean, with that, I do agree. It's got crazy pull right now. It's also the only game out right now. Nothing's come out for a month, and
Yeah.
nothing is coming out for another month.
And that might stick in people's minds, though, too, is like that's kicking off the big... I know we touched on it a while back about Madden being, the kickoff to the holiday, but this really is, because next week is Resident Evil,
Yes.
and then we
Oh, well,
start
this
going-
week is
Yeah, well,
this week is
I
FIFA.
thought we were
Yeah.
talking about good games.
Yeah,
This
oh,
week is
oh.
FIFA, Pro
Fuck
Evolution
yourself.
Soccer, and something else.
Anyways, but I think this was the big kickoff
Yeah.
for the holiday season, and that might help it have some lasting power.
I really thought Borderlands did well over time. I don't think it sold well at
No,
start.
Borderlands picked up steam later on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I think it might end up being the same way.
I bought it day one.
Did you?
I bought it
I
day
I got it way late.
one, but I don't
way
think
late.
I don't think I actually reserved it though.
People should actually go out and try to find the concept photos for Borderlands before
Yeah.
it became what it is now. It looked like Fallout. That was the graphic art
Yeah.
style and everything. It was pretty badass.
You know, Borderlands 1 got scrapped a month before it came out, and that's when the cell shading started,
Yeah.
right? It looked completely different.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm talking about.
4 or 5 weeks before
They
the
put
discs
on-
got printed.
Yeah.
They basically bought a $30. Well, I mean, I know I can buy it for $30 off of Unity store. Thank you, Unity. And literally,
plug.
you'll have something. Yeah, no, right. Give me a free copy.
This
But no,
guy's
literally,
been,
then it looks
really,
exactly
really
like
quick
that.
as an update. He's literally been bouncing on an NPC's head for like the past 3 minutes. I don't know what the hell he's trying to achieve here, but I think he's trying to get himself stuck up there.
It's Angry Andy from London.
So we dropped one of the guys that carry a loot chest on their back. I forgot what they're called.
Yeah.
I've seen
And,
them.
and I was crouching at the time, and he fell on me, and I got stuck under the loot chest. I had to blow myself up to get out.
I haven't run into any glitches, no walls, nothing
Well,
yet,
he
except
ran-
for that. Well,
yeah.
he ran into it. I just
I've gotten
observed it.
just
stuck
watched the
twice.
left.
I've gotten stuck twice where I've had to kill myself, and the invisible walls, which make their triumphant return from Borderlands 1.
I get stuck far. I put a lot more hours into Borderlands 1, but I used to get stuck all the time in invisible walls. I haven't seen any of that in Borderlands
And you know
2
what
yet.
is the absolute most addicting thing? The 2 slot machines in Moxie's in Sanctuary.
Yeah.
You can. I think collectively yesterday we spent $200,000 and probably about an hour and a half playing the slots.
Did you win anything?
Not really.
I
It's
did notice.
a losing battle.
I did notice money is like ridiculously easy to find, like a lot, like in early
There's
levels.
loot everywhere.
But it's smaller increments, at least on playthrough 1.
See, like I'm at level 9, but I already have like $3,000.
Yeah.
I don't.
nothing.
That's-
Well, I mean,
tipped-
I didn't have that.
I tipped
Like,
Moxie 10,000 just to get an achievement.
Or
tipper, eh?
Eh? Whatever, man. I'm in the industry.
It's them
It's
ran
like-
for a reason.
all right, next question. I think we. Brendan Joyce asked.
Sorry, Brendan.
Said, what saying or phrase from a video game will you always remember? Hello, traveler.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a couple. The one that I can't stop saying even as I'm playing with them online with Borderlands is every time I go up to get the car, I turn into Scooter and I start going, catch a ride.
I love
that. Get you one. And no, but like
Scooter, they know Scooter was so well received. Like
his sister.
So
have you met his sister yet?
Not yet.
She's awesome, dude. She's so cool. Yeah. But the one like lifetime probably is from Halo Combat Evolved. Toward the end, when they're like, I think it's Cortana. She comes out and she's like, "Halo, it's finished." And then Master Chief's like, "No, I think we're just getting started."
Mine would have to
It's actually at the end, though. It's like when they take everything down.
That's why I started the song.
Yeah.
I've got a few. I've got Shit Yeah, which is the perfect reload on Gears of War. I have Dual Barrel Roll.
Nice.
God damn, I forgot the third one then. And because you went to Halo and Wart.
If we're talking Gears, I know another one that me and Andy cracked up a lot about was I forgot which character was. He's just like, "Sup, bitches!" every time.
Dom sounds here.
Yeah, Dom. Every time he's just, "Sup, bitches!"
I love Gears with swearing.
I've got two. One is Gears. And it's what is it? Coltrane runs on whole grain, baby. And my classic one is fucking Navi. Hey, listen.
Listen.
It's not even. If you listen to it, she doesn't say listen. It's listen. Go back and listen to that little bitch.
We put a whole like 30-second skit in.
Yeah.
What was it? Fucking 15 episodes.
Yeah.
It's like
I wasn't there, so I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
You're horrid.
Since you're doing it now, you should totally put skits in all the time.
Once I figure this shit out, because now we're using Audacity and I've never used this before, I will.
All right. Yeah. We're gonna bring clips back.
Yeah.
Good.
Good. Yeah, it's a good question.
Good question.
All right. This is a long one. It's like a paragraph here, okay?
All right. Well,
Andrew Dillon.
What's up, Andrew?
what's up?
So bitches.
He also gets an extra shout out because he named our song of the week.
Yeah, he did.
Which was the theme song from Borderlands 1. It's what pretty much sold like 90% of the population on the game.
Yeah.
His question was, and this goes on, so how awesome is it that Valve stood up against EA in regards to them buying Valve?
Yes.
So how awesome was it?
It was freaking awesome.
I thought it went on for a paragraph. I was like looking for a big speech.
I made
that's
a
part one.
Facebook post about
did.
it on the FCP page because I would have loved it. I know the reasoning behind it more, but keep going with the question.
You know what goes through my head really quick? It's like, yeah, take that EA.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, suck it.
There was just no reason for Valve to cave in. That thing's a cash cow. They bring in so much. They don't need EA.
No,
Like,
definitely not. No.
you know what I mean? If they were like slightly struggling but had some cool technology that EA wanted to acquire, I could see them getting them some talks. But Valve's one it's a cash cow.
Yeah.
There's no.
should I go into what I
Go for it. Run with
The
it.
reason this was like, okay, well, first off, you have
Really
Gabe.
quick pause. Second part is he also says, "Hi, Mark."
So,
Sup, bitches.
so bitches.
I didn't say that. I'm the one who likes you.
No, that's going to be our new thing now. I think.
So bitches.
So bitches.
But see now, I think back to the episode of Boondocks, the cartoon.
Yeah.
When the grandpa wanted to be called Riley, he goes, "I want my name to be bitches." Sup, bitches. No, it was the grandpa. Anyways, sidetrack. Go ahead.
Yeah. All right. So they kind of went more in depth with this. First off, you have Gabe Newell was like, "I'd rather sell out, or I'd rather disintegrate than sell out."
Yeah.
For the reason they gave $1 billion as their number is because last year at some
$1
point,
billion.
at some point last year, Forbes came out a report of companies like value, and they gave Valve $1 billion as their worth.
$1 billion.
But the fact is that they've nearly, I think it was quadrupled since then. So they're like a $4 billion company right now. So like the actual offer turns out to be kind of an insult. They actually put a $2 billion price tag on Gabe Newell himself. And then the company is actually at $2 billion worth itself. Like net value is what.
Very cool.
Yeah. So like the actual offer was, if they made $5 billion, he'd still say, "Shut," get rid
But
of
he
your
might,
pocketbook.
he might
Yeah.
think
He'd
about
say,
it.
Sup, bitches?
Yeah, he might have thought about it, but he'd be like, "Nah, get the fuck out." But no, I mean, it was a severe, slap in the face. But they don't really know what the company was worth.
Yeah.
More
It's
than a
hard to
billion.
judge stuff like that.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
Andrew also chimed in on our discussion from last week regarding the Wii U. He's looking forward to Pikmin, Mario, Zombie U, yeah, Rayman, and Ninja Gaiden 3. He also asked for a little bit more info on Bayonetta. He's never played it. Metro kind of answered, touched base a little bit. He said it's an extremely mature third-person action game, kind of like Devil May Cry. Anything else you guys would like to add to that?
It's very
it's a God of War clone. It's actually a female protagonist. She's actually got very cool moves. It's a Sega game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sega made it.
Yes.
She wields a huge sword. It's very almost Japanese art style-esque, but it's a fun game.
Yeah. It's cool because they have those she's way over, her boobs are mammoth. But then in her special moves,
Her chesticles?
her chesticles are mammoth. And so is her assets. But in her, I don't know how to describe it. It's like her special moves when she kills people, they're brutal. But then you have to button mash to make it even worse. Those are really cool. It's unique to that.
Cool.
The thing is, the game is so old. You can probably get scored on Xbox or PlayStation for $5-10.
Yeah.
The problem is finding it at your local GameStop or what have you because they're not. It wasn't a huge seller.
Is it worth him even going out and picking it up to play it?
Yeah, it's a good game.
Yeah, if you like games like that, definitely.
Yeah, it's a hack and slash is what
Yeah.
it is. But I mean, the problem is it barely sold any copies, which is why I don't understand why everybody's so up in arms about it not coming to PS3 or Xbox.
It still had its player base.
Do you know what I'd like to add in? And I haven't played it, but if he does go out and play it, every time he murders somebody, he should go, "Sup, bitches."
Sup, bitches?
Walk
Yeah,
on
it's
in.
I would go
So
try.
walk into a high school college course. I'm not sure your age. Just like, "Sup, bitches?" No, sorry.
No, but yeah, it's a good game. I would definitely actually go check it out. Pick it up pre-owned.
Yeah.
Pick it up.
Yeah,
Pick it up. Pick it up. Pick it up. Pick it up.
We got one more thing. Thanks for chiming in, Metro. He, much like the rest of us, was extremely excited about Borderlands 2. We'd love to hear from Metro what he thinks about the game. He can send us our thoughts, and we'll talk about them out here on the air.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sweet.
We like our
That's-
viewers.
Is that email?
No, that's social media for them.
Gmail.
Now we each ever chime in. This is what happens when Jason slacks on a song.
Yeah.
Check
Copyrighted.
me out. I'm dancing.
Copyrighted.
So
Taken off.
we've been trying to get this off the ground for a couple weeks, and I think we can finally do it. Right?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, we're gonna do our
See if Tony fucks with
ultimate
the computer
showdown.
again.
Okay, but see, I went over the rules on the lost episode, so we kind of have to explain it again.
Oh,
Okay.
God damn it.
Here's
Okay.
what we did. We got, what is it? Was it 32 or?
All right, I'm gonna give the quick.
32.
I'm gonna give the quick overview. Okay.
32.
So we set it up. There's 3 brackets. There's 32 a side or 16 each.
There's 32.
Okay. There's 32 good ones, 32 bad ones, and 16 of a side bracket. What we're doing is we're running one category from each bracket every week. We're gonna have two
one matchup.
two face off from the good category: heroes, good people.
Not Tony.
Not Tony. Then we're gonna do bad protagonists, evil Tony.
No,
And
still
then-
not Tony. Tony's the sidekick.
Then we have a goofy sidekick one that really isn't involved. It's just for fun on the side. It's gonna be like sidekicks and whatnot.
So,
and then
Tony.
once we so once we narrow the 2 sides from good and evil, we're gonna have a championship for the ultimate video game character.
Yeah.
We did 1 week already, but it was in the one that
For some
that
reason,
Jason
gone.
totally broke the
It
episode.
was you.
It was Jason.
It was you.
And what
I know how
happened-
to post podcasts.
No. The one that
I know.
my
I'm still
house.
blaming you.
No, we're blaming you. You're-
This is what happened in the episode is, I listened to it. The audio was there. I posted it. After what, 2 minutes?
Minute
Audio was-
38.
Minute 38 gone.
Yeah, nothing came through.
Reason. I went to the original file. Gone.
Yeah, good times.
Okay.
Good time.
So we're kicking it off with match
I'm not
one.
the-
Oh, jeez.
You guys keep cutting me off. I'm trying to explain the shit. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna start teasing on Tuesday and Thursday the upcoming matches on Facebook.
Wednesday is
for
still Tony Dick Pic Day.
For the upcoming week. So we're not going to actually...
Every day is Tony Dick Pic Day.
So we're actually going to reveal a name from each category on Tuesday and was one as well as one on Thursday. So you guys will have an idea. We'll kind of tease it all week of what's coming up for the upcoming week on Saturday.
And then you
Sunday.
can Saturday. And then you can also chime in if you don't agree with us.
Yeah, and if you guys have a compelling enough argument as to why we're wrong, we're not completely against changing it, but you really have to convince us. If you don't agree with our decisions, go ahead.
All right, so we're kicking it off with the hero bracket.
Not Tony bracket.
Not Tony bracket. That one's later. So since we're skipping over the first match, which we will cycle back to at a later date, our first two combatants is Shepard versus Simon Belmont.
You have to explain who Simon Belmont is to me.
Castlevania.
Yeah, I never played this. No. Not my kind of game.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
First arguments.
Go.
My name is Shepard, and this is my favorite store on the Citadel. Done.
What?
Wins.
What?
Okay.
I don't get it.
Oh my god, there's no one to...
I play Mass Effect, sort of.
Oh my god.
Okay. Here.
Angry Andy. Mass Effect, Citadel, favorite store.
He doesn't count.
Does it occur?
He gives no fucks.
These guys are both pretty badass, actually.
They are.
Okay. The problem is Shepard wins overwhelmingly because of gunplay. But if you're talking badassery, no, sir.
Yeah, in badassery, it's definitely got to go to Simon Belmont. He's the guy who fucking hunts Dracula.
He kills Dracula.
That's 15 times.
That's pretty hardcore. But the problem is he's using like a fucking whip.
He's got a whip, and he throws a fucking cross.
Yeah.
And there's some other weird shit going on in there.
Yeah.
And that game always frustrated me.
He literally
And Shepard does have a melee.
he literally takes on the underworld.
And
but
you
then
can upgrade
Shepard
his whip, goes farther. I think you can freeze stuff.
But then Shepard
Uh-oh. They're going to the finals.
No, he can't.
He might. I think he gets a potion to freeze things.
Does he?
He might.
okay.
Him and Sub-Zero, finals.
So it depends on. Okay, the other thing we forgot to mention is it's not to the death on any of these.
No,
it's just who'd win in a fight because yeah.
We can't massacre Mario.
Yeah, you can't kill like. Also, it's no fair if somebody just shoots Mario in the face. I mean,
But it'd be
you know what I mean?
hilarious.
It's just got to be a fight.
There's a fireball rolling
So-
across the floor 3 miles an hour. Somebody just pulls out a gun and shoots him.
So we haven't run into these.
Indiana
yet. What do
Jones
you,
style.
What do you do when somebody has guns versus somebody who does not? We haven't run into this.
Well,
That's I think Simon's the bigger badass, but I mean
think
Shepard has
in
guns.
a scenario like that,
And fell out of the sky.
in a scenario
And
like
lived.
that, you'd have to rely on the Indiana Jones effect.
Exploded.
He fights dudes with guns and doesn't always use his gun.
Okay.
All right, and same thing with Batman. Batman don't use no guns.
Yeah, but he's got all that bullshit.
So does
armor.
Simon Belmont.
Simon's walking around in a leather cape. That's about it.
Doesn't
That's about
stop.
it. Leather assless chaps. That's it.
Assless
He
chaps.
wins on
Do
ass
not
chaps
stop
alone.
bullets.
All right, let's. Anybody got anything to throw in, or are we voting?
I'm ready to vote.
I'm ready to vote. I'm giving it to Shepard.
Okay.
Because it's the favorite store in the Citadel.
I'm going to give it to Simon Belmont.
So fuck, it comes down to me. I didn't know. I was really hoping you guys are gonna make it easier on me on this one.
No.
Okay.
It would have been easier if I cared about Castlevania.
But see, it would have been easier for me if I gave two shits about Mass Effect.
See, this is why I don't.
I'm gonna go with Simon.
Yes!
Simply,
Aaron Grande, come on.
simply because no, this was a really close one, but simply because, like I said, he goes against Dracula, and I'm pretty sure Dracula would fuck up Shepard, but he does not fuck up Simon, and that's why I gave it to him.
All right, I'm
Nice.
Shepard, I don't look at Shepard.
That's my logic. That's my logic.
You know, this is a huge upset here. I mean, Mark's, big first-round guy just got eliminated.
Shepard.
Yeah.
I thought I had somebody else.
You do,
This
but I
was,
mean,
you
that's
thought
like...
Shepard's
that
the
was-
most badass character?
No,
I
I
don't think
said-
either one of these are going that far.
No, I don't think either one of those is going far.
I'm just
I said
saying that's-
HK.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
But I
All
forgot my
right.
head for good though.
So now we're on to villains.
Yes.
And again,
Shepard did save the galaxy.
we're,
That's
we're-
why you're living in the future.
Because of Shepard.
Because of Shepard. Dracula, he lives in Transylvania.
Who gives a fuck?
Wait,
It's
wait,
a-
wait,
It sits in
Hold
Romania.
on. Here we go. You ready?
Yes.
Yeah.
Here's the villains.
Oh, yeah.
It is Bowser
Ooh.
versus Dracula.
Oh, wow, that's actually really,
They both live in castles.
yep. Let's go down the pros and cons here.
Bowser is a giant fucking
I mean, Bowser,
dinosaur lizard
but Bowser's
man.
an idiot. Like, literally. Like, Mordor can
He is
run
kind of a
over him.
dumbass.
I'm kind of
And-
ready. I'm like kind of ready to vote.
Yeah, like,
I don't even think this is a close. This
No.
is a very one-sided battle.
Bowser, you have you stand on a bridge that can collapse, and a button can kill you. And you're like, oh, I hope it doesn't go for that button.
Here's
Damn it, he's doing it.
there he goes. There he goes.
Chit. Damn it.
Here's the problem.
But he does survive lava.
Where are they fighting?
In a castle?
So
has to be in a castle.
no sunlight.
No, they're in a.
It has to be a castle.
They both have to fight in
I
a
agree.
castle.
Bowser has been outside of castles fighting.
I
I know,
understand.
but they both live in castles. That's why.
Dracula cannot survive in the sunlight. So if it depends on what time of the day it is. Bowser might stand a chance yet. I don't
I'm
think so.
saying it's got to be in a castle.
All right, let's vote.
All right, you sir.
It's got to be Dracula.
I'm gonna have to go with Dracula.
Yeah, it's unanimous. Dracula. Dracula
Sorry,
takes it.
Sorry, Bowser.
Wow, Bowser with the early exit.
You know, if he was-
Nobody saw that one coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, you know, one-on-one versus Dracula.
Listen to
Bowser's
the Mario fanboys crying.
Bowser's a bitch. He really is. He's a.
I mean, in the new one, he's stealing stickers. How do you win a fight if I'm going to steal your stickers and run off with them?
Dracula's drinking blood and dude's
Whoa.
stealing stickers.
Yeah.
Okay, this one's gonna be a good one. We're on to the sidekick one. This is our fun one.
Tony
okay?
Brackett.
Tony Brackett.
We have Tails from Sonic
Okay.
versus Diddy Kong. That is a pretty good one.
That's an awful one. Both these guys suck.
I know there's that. I was like, who has helped me more in my lifetime?
Okay. Tails can at least help.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going back to platforming days. As Sonic miscalculates a jump slightly, Tails can actually pick up coins for you.
Sure.
But
I'm thinking, what the hell did the
Diddy
little...
Kong, when...
Diddy Kong could bring Donkey Kong back.
Yeah, he could do as well.
If Donkey Kong fucked up, all right, and died, as long as you had Diddy, you were Diddy then.
Yeah. And Diddy Kong Racing. He can fly and have a hovercraft.
And did
Yeah.
Tails
flies.
Did Tails ever save Sonic?
But does he have a
Like
hovercraft?
in his own adventure?
No, that would make a terrible video game.
Well, Diddy Kong did it.
It would be an atrocious video
Diddy
game.
did it.
Diddy did it.
Diddy did it.
Diddy also has a popcorn gun.
Diddy
Or
did
a
it.
peanut gun. A peanut
Oh.
gun. I mean, Tails does have... If he can fly, why the fuck does he need an airplane?
He can fly.
But
he
he
can
has an
fly.
airplane.
His tails separate and they turn into a
I
propeller.
know. I understand that. But he also
Does
has
he have
an
a
airplane.
hovercraft
He fly-
like Diddy does?
He does, because Sonic Racing.
Oh, damn it.
He's also just as fast as Sonic, because when Sonic's
Yeah.
going full speed, he keeps up
Yeah,
with him.
somehow.
Okay, here's my argument against Tails. Is if you're ever playing Sonic solo, that motherfucker will get stuck and just boink and die, boink and die, over and over.
He will.
And then he just helicopters back down.
He just
and-
comes back magically out of nowhere.
And then he just lands right in
What?
the spikes again and dies. He's stupid.
He's a dumbass.
He's like, look at my cool shoes.
All right.
Take it to a vote.
I'll go with Tails.
You, sir.
Diddy did it.
I'm going with Diddy.
All right.
Diddy Kong it is.
Okay. I smell it.
All right, he won because of Diddy did it, and I he's just not as useless.
Yeah, they're both pretty shitty.
Yeah.
We won't say it out loud, but I'm gonna show you the next round in the sidekick.
I don't wanna know
I
yet.
just want to see your reaction to
on the
it.
sidekick?
The sidekick. Yeah.
Okay.
This is for the fun one. It's that.
I already know.
That one.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty
All
easy.
right. All right.
All right.
So
Now
that's
that
our-
we
that's
know,
our-
and you're just wondering.
So let us know if you guys agree, disagree. If you want, seriously, you can write a fucking paragraph in the YouTube comments or email it to us.
Yeah, we'll read it.
And let us know. Email?
Gmail.
Let us know if we're totally wrong. Let us know if you agree, disagree. We can change our answers if you guys put up a compelling enough argument, or you point out some shit that we completely overlooked. Like, we
Or-
almost missed the whole sunlight thing.
I have an option. Have a our bracket and have a viewer bracket.
Yeah, we could do that. You could do that. If
put it to a vote.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, we'll figure out a way to do a viewer bracket as well, and then I think that works.
Yeah, you guys could chime in too. Let us
Yeah.
know who you think wins out of these 3 this week.
Yeah. And then if we release them Tuesday and Thursday, then have them in by Sunday before the podcast, and we can release what you guys thought.
Definitely.
Sound good?
Cool. And, we always appreciate feedback in any way, shape, or form, so tell us if you like our little tournament. If not, we're doing it anyway.
We're doing it
Yeah, we're doing it anyway, so
This
just
is no
skip
fun.
like
This is too much
15
fun.
minutes or so.
This is too much fun.
All right, so that's it for our tournament for the week.
Yeah. So,
That's good stuff.
while we're on it, you want to plug emails?
Gmails?
Go for it.
We got
A Gmail.
Yeah, you could send us in all the questions, all the feedbacks at the Facebook. You can like us on Facebook for Compatible Podcast. Good. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Wanna do
you
one?
can leave comments on the YouTubes. I usually will read those.
Yeah, that's where we all read.
Yeah.
You can tweet us at
The Twatters.
The Twitters?
fcompatible
F compatible.
twat.
You got
And then there's always our
What are we
Gmail.
missing? What are we missing? Oh,
Our
for
Gmail.
Compatible Podcast at gmail.com.
That sounded like something out of like
.com.
Nintendo something. I don't know. Like
What was it?
something
Was
Asian
it the old
thing.
Yahoo commercials? Yahoo.
Yahoo.com.
All right.
All right. So this week we had another big thing in the industry.
Oh, what do you mean? Borderlands 2.
Tokyo Game Show went on.
Borderlands 2.
Yeah, Tokyo. No one attended.
It was
Sadly, it's true.
It was a little late in the life cycle, and Gamescom just happened less than a month ago, and E3 just happened
Yeah,
2
really
months ago.
bad timing.
Everything, look, that's why these shows don't survive. Like, they're not as big as E3. It's just everything comes out. too
Gamescom
late.
was really big this year too, but then there's
Nobody
nothing.
went. It was just Sony.
Well, I meant like people going wise, but I mean announcements as well. Like Tokyo Game Show has nothing else to announce. That's what I'm trying to say. Everything else has been
He
announced.
pulled down the drop-down menu on my iPad and got scared.
It's so weird, dude. Androids is the whole screen. Okay. Anyway, Microsoft, being the we don't do anything but Kinect support, had nothing to show off.
Bitches.
They were not at they were not at Tokyo Game Show, so that's Microsoft.
No one else had something to show either.
Huh?
No one had something to show. Like most people skip Tokyo Game Show because by this time of the year everything's gone.
Yeah.
So don't hate on them for that.
Bitches.
Nintendo also had nothing.
Exactly.
They have a council coming up in 2 months, and they skipped Tokyo Game Show.
So,
Exactly.
wait a minute. They skipped the biggest game show in their country.
In their country.
2 weeks after announcing their new system.
Because they had to hold their own private event. They should have released
But I'm
everything at
saying
Tokyo
I'm fine
Game
with
Show.
them. I'm
And-
fine with them showing that and all. But then show that shit there too.
And they bought American with their game engine.
America.
I think
Fuck
they
yeah.
hate their own country. I'm pretty sure that's what we just deduced.
It's just Reggie.
They might just move over. Oh, also, I totally announced it a few months ago. My buddy did end up getting hired by Nintendo in Redmond, Washington. Yeah, he ended up getting hired.
And then Reggie fired him.
3 months after I think I announced it. So yeah, congratulations,
Fucking A, man. Good
yeah,
job,
so
dude.
he'll be
Good job.
put on some Nintendo games for you guys.
Sweet. Okay. So Nintendo nothing. Microsoft nothing. There's a couple small things that got announced. I'll get to those a little bit later. But Sony actually did have a showing at the show.
Somebody had to come. Like, god damn it, it's got to be us this year, guys.
Well, Sony actually they didn't announce huge things. What they did was confirm a lot of rumors that were floating around, and they showed off some minor things. And I figured
So
we'd
pay a few $1 million to announce stuff instead of doing a Nintendo press conference style, cheap way. I'm just saying they're wasting money. I'm sorry. Tokyo Game Show could have. Really,
$5.99 American US dollars.
Tokyo Game Show didn't have to happen this year. It was done.
Gamescom didn't have to happen.
Oh, it did. You shut up.
Nothing happened at Gamescom.
Oh, it did.
So Sony went in and just.
Why didn't we? Did it already happen? Minecon. Why aren't we covering that?
Oh, good point. I don't know if it did. Yeah, who
So
knows?
the absolute biggest news that has come out is Sony announced a
Super Slim.
A super de duper slim, and yes, it will say that on the box.
Which was one of our rumors from like
PS3
6 months ago.
Yeah, it's because I'm good at stuff.
That was my rumor.
God damn it, it wasn't.
Yes.
For the PS3, it's actually like an old top loader. I don't know if you guys have seen it. Should we put it from the? You guys Google the slim fucking.
Always
new
put
PS3.
something on it.
There's two models. There's a 250 gigabyte model that got announced, as well as a 500 gigabyte model.
I have the official story here.
There was one other one too.
The PlayStation 3 4000 series is actually going to hit shelves this week on the 25th with a rebundled Uncharted 3.
Game of the Year edition, right? With all
Game
the
of the Year
DLC.
edition.
Yeah.
Why I say rebundled is because there was a bundle that came out when it came out, so it's not being rebundled. Anywho, the second bundle of it will come out with Assassin's Creed, and that one will be the 30th of October. Otherwise, like you're saying, October 4th is the official non-bundled game release for this, with the 250 and the 500 one coming out. It will have a 20% smaller body and will lay a quarter less.
Okay, here's a problem for me.
Okay.
Oopsers.
You gotta throw it again. Throw it. Ah!
Paper cuts!
So it's coming with a $270 price tag.
Which falls into line with like their... Because like right now they have the $250 model for the 160 gig. So you get a bigger hard drive for $20 more.
And the game?
Why did they do this? To me, they should have avoided the redesign altogether and just price dropped.
I agree. Well, this could be the start of it, is that they price drop the current 3000 series.
They said they weren't though.
Here's the thing. Like you said, it's $20 more. Or they could have just...
90 gigs more.
The Slim has to be ridiculously cheap to make at this point.
Yeah.
You're taking on new prints and new plastic molding and new blah blah and bougie and all that crap. Whatever goes into building
a lot of money for just a little redesign. Same tech in there.
It costs more. That's asinine to me. Like if you're going to come out with a new model, fine, but it should still be way cheaper. What I think they should have done is just kept the Slim, throw in a bigger hard drive. I have a 500 gig in mine. It fits.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Offer a bigger hard drive. Memory's cheap as shit at this point, especially You're not talking terabytes here. You're talking 500 gigs. A 500 gig hard drive's like $60.
Yeah, it's good.
So I mean, you throw one of those in the Slim, you package it, you put a warranty on it, and you start pumping this out for 150 or 200. We all know the PS4 is around the corner. Like, get as many of these out the door as possible. Get them into people's hands out there who weren't able to afford it when it was $599 US.
$599 US.
Expose them to the PlayStation library. Show them your
library.
Sorry,
I'm not seeing.
Yeah.
The libraries are out.
Show them all the games that you have out, and shit, you got me all fucked up now. I had this rant going.
Rant.
And then get them stoked about possibly getting ready for the PS4 when it comes out, or show some interest in the Vita, because you start exposing them to these great characters that the PlayStation brand does have, and you get people that may have not been able to get it before. I mean, $150 is nothing. You know what I mean? People have that.
I really think they should have gone for like a $200, like literally instead of doing this, $200. Fucking, you're competing with the Wii right there.
Yeah, who wouldn't who wouldn't bump out and get one of those? Not to mention the used market would drop significantly then too, because you have to keep up with.
Keep up with that. I mean, you'd be getting systems for $150 at least, from like GameStop or something, or even less.
Yeah, and it's clear this is the last 2 years of the PS3's life. So
Yeah.
I mean, why wouldn't you want to get them all out the door right now?
Yeah, I mean, you can stop. You don't have to make as many. Like, literally, get what you have sitting in warehouses, sitting wherever, and just get them out, cheaper price, and then you'll be good.
Angry Andy's getting angry playing Borderlands.
Okay.
The dude's not wanting to move. He's just standing there. Sorry.
I
missed the old live stream.
You don't care?
No, I talked about this before. It's stupid, and it's even more dumb for them to do the redesign now, and it's going to be more expensive. I've
I
said
don't-
my piece on that.
I don't get that
It's
at all.
asinine,
Yeah,
like
it's
you
not
said.
needed.
No,
A redesign that's
I mean,
more
smaller.
more expensive than what's currently available.
Yeah.
that's about as stupid as
Well, it's just 'cause of the hard
$599
drive.
US, and I'm not even making a joke
it's
there.
dumb.
It's stupid.
It's really dumb. I don't know what they're doing either.
Yeah.
Okay. They also announced 2 different colors. They're only are for the Vita. It's only confirmed in Japan thus far.
Yeah, probably only
But-
be ever confirmed in Japan. We never get the colors.
Yeah. Well, that's Nintendo's thing.
With colors, yeah.
Yeah,
no one else knows colors.
The 2 colors are Cosmic Red and Sapphire Blue.
The blue look cool.
Yeah, from the pictures I saw, they both look badass. The blue looks
Yeah.
really nice, but
I mean, it's the controller color, correct? Just on the...
more or less.
Yeah.
But
So if you know what the color controllers look like, it's like that, but on the system, which is kind of cool.
The old
Yeah.
God of War PSP was badass. Not the red
Yeah, it
one,
was.
but the purplish with the red buttons.
Oh.
The Ghost of Sparta one.
Oh, I don't know the purple one. I know the red one with the red buttons.
Yeah, no, this one was like a purple with red
Yeah.
buttons. It was pretty badass.
Never got
Look it up.
those in.
if I had the option, I'd probably still rock the black one because I get black whenever possible with
Yeah.
my console systems. Hands
No, I mean, it's one of those things that if you don't have it already, it's going to be kind of a cool, maybe a little added benefit. If they do come, which I doubt they will.
Yeah.
I really doubt
Now,
they will.
you know that picture? Now you're going to have emo hair.
Just keep cutting and pasting shit to it.
Sad Tony. Different face. Oh.
I'm all out of Cheetos.
The podcast is over.
All right.
I got eliminated in my own bracket.
I got kicked out. Next big story. They're dropping. I have no idea what the currency conversion rate is. They're dropping the PSP in Japan by 3,000 yen. So I have no idea what that equates
It's like $5.
$5.
But
What's the downfall? What's the price? Did you just say the price dropped, or is it like
it's going down to just shy of 15,000 yen, which I have no idea what that.
What was it
means.
before?
About 18,000.
It's probably like a $50 drop or so, maybe not even.
I mean, the PSP is still selling ridiculously well.
No,
in
it does,
Japan.
yeah.
It just doesn't sell here anymore.
Yeah.
It never did.
They still pumped out like 80 million units.
I'm just
Yeah.
hating for the sake of hating
Yeah.
here, sir.
Here.
That's not much of a story.
Yeah.
It's just
HGH.
just got announced over there. Whatchamacallit?
The doohickey thing?
The doohickey majigger.
There you go. That's some technical jargon.
They,
That's how those that's how the industry people talk. A doohickey thingamajiggy. Then they dumb it down for the rest of you.
okay, we got a lot more. Are we quite done?
Never.
We're having fun today.
Are we ever?
Okay, there's a lot more cross-buy that has been announced. That's the whole pick it up on the PS3s,
And then you
get
get it
the
for the
free Vita.
That's nice.
What do you think about this?
If they would have done that from the start, I probably would have bought one of those.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a sell point from now, but yeah, it's one of those things that they probably should have spent another few months in development with and come out with the system. It would have been a better... Because, a lot of people are already turned off in the system already. Like, something like this probably isn't going to do it. But if they did it right at the start, you might have gotten a few more purchases on that.
I'm dead serious. If I would have... If I would have bought a Vita and known that my PS3 games would transfer over to it,
Yeah.
there's no reason I wouldn't buy it.
Yeah, because that's like when you're in the spotlight. If you do that, if they would have waited a few more months, have that in their pitch, you have at least one more purchase.
Yeah.
They'd be up to 7 worldwide.
Yeah, take
yeah.
my money.
Yeah.
No. This
I
is news that will not be seen by many, basically.
I like the idea of cross-buy, and I think it's a great thing because
Oh, it is.
I was going to get most of these games anyway, like Sly Cooper 4 and
That's my foot.
Sony. I don't give a fuck. Sony Smash Brothers.
What's going on under the table, guys?
Playing footsie.
Uh-huh.
I was going to get both those anyway, and the fact that they come with a free Vita copy makes my decision easier. I probably would have got them on PS3 anyway because I'm console first, handheld second.
Yeah.
But if there was ever like a which one should I get it on,
It doesn't
now
really matter
you get them
anymore.
both.
Yeah.
So this is a great thing. Sell more consoles or sell more units. I don't know if that
Because
affects it.
originally what they did was they had I know it's like a lot of the games they did a $20 to a $30 off thing because they started with I think it was the MLB did it. I forget which game it was, but they started to do this where it was a reduced cost if you bought them at the same time. apparently that didn't work out, so now they're doing it free on their future.
Well, they started with that with the show, right? They gave
Yeah.
they gave the show for like $20 if you bought the show.
I was like, save $20 on it, so you'd pay like 10 or 20 more or whatever, like for the actual game. But now it's just gonna be like free because I don't think that ever.
Here's the other problem, though. Shouldn't they be trying to expand the Vita library in a way that doesn't?
Give it away for free?
No, that doesn't matter. Is not just a PS3 on the go. Shouldn't they be striving to
They should.
Well, see now...
be creating games that, fuck.
Because I mean, even Tony is like he's playing.
I have to have it on there for
when
for
he's
work
playing
purposes.
his Vita. He's sitting in his bed, 10 feet from his PS3.
Yeah. So, fuck, man.
No,
this
you're fine. You're
fucking-
fine. You're fine.
Okay,
you're still
I'm
learning.
stuttering like an idiot because I'm on Jason's iPad right now and it keeps doing Apple-y stuff.
It goes in. I have a timer on it to lock it. I have to have one on there.
Yeah.
But
And I have
I'm
to
gonna-
have a password.
If I don't explain what's happening, I'm going to sound like a stuttering moron right now. I'm getting all fucking distracted from this iPad. But to me, like, okay, if I'm going to buy, whatever, Sly Cooper, that's something I want to play on the big screen at home on my PS3. I want stuff like, I want more games like a Sound Shape or like the mini games, smaller bite-sized games, not full retail games that are just downsized on a touch-compatible controller with 4 less buttons because there's no R2, L2, and no click sticks.
Yeah.
So
Stick picks?
they make up, stick picks. They make up for them with the back touchpad, but I mean it's just not the same. So it's like I'd rather have stuff
some
that
games
was.
don't use it, so.
I just rather have stuff that was created from the ground up for the Vita to be played in smaller bite-sized time periods, like play it for a half hour at a time. Like
Unit 13.
Yeah, that's great.
No, it's perfect.
Or what they're doing with Assassin's Creed 3 or Assassin's Creed Liberation, I think is going to be great. I think that's going to be the
With the short missions and.
No, it's a completely side thing.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like for. I thought you said on the short
See,
thing.
that'd be a smarter approach. Like if somebody like me who owns, or like you who owns the PS3 and the Xbox, say that they threw in, if you owned a Vita, say they threw in Liberations for an extra $10, where you could buy it for the Xbox for $60, or you could get the PS3 and Liberation models, which are 2 separate games for $10 extra. Would you not get the PlayStation version?
I would, but I also like the idea of having a pocket PS3. Like you were saying,
It should be able to do both.
Exactly. It should be able to do both.
What I'm saying is they can be packaging in similar games, or like what they're doing with Call of Duty. Black Ops 2 and Black Ops Declassified are completely different games.
Yeah.
It's not like Sly Cooper
that's
where
where-
it's literally the same game
And that's
twice.
where the MLB thing would come into effect, where it would work if they did something like that. For like $20, you get the PSP version of it or whatever.
Because now
for certain games,
you literally are getting 2 separate games.
Yeah.
So I don't know. You guys.
No, I agree. Like, if you're getting the free game, it should have either some kind of functionality with it. I know Assassin's Creed is the first one who did it between the Facebook game to the actual system that I know of, at least. Stuff like that, like literally, like little is the Facebook game, stupid little tick-based, mission-based thing. But everything you did there carried over to the game, which is cool. So even stuff like that would be cool.
Fucking.
A couple games do that. Mass Effect Infiltrator on iOS does it.
Yeah, and then they're like coming to Android months afterwards, so it didn't matter anymore. But yeah,
That's how it always is.
So I guess they came out. I didn't really read into this one too much, but they actually came out and explained why the older style of PS3s are not getting a price drop, and it has to do with flash memory.
Sure. They're just fucking cheap asses.
It really doesn't make any
Is it
sense to me because what they're doing is they're actually the new one they're putting an SSD inside it.
Okay.
Just for the operating system. It's going to be a really small one, like 12 gigabytes
Yeah,
of solid
whatever you
state
need.
drive.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I don't really.
Fuster Luck? Fuster Cluck? Sorry.
That's the name of the
Angry
gun.
Andy just got a grenade, and it's called Fuster Cluck.
That's awesome.
Sorry, I apologize.
No, yeah, that needed to be said. So it has something to do with the memory in the original, the slim model, I guess.
Twice. I don't know.
What?
Four times. Yes.
Yes. Okay. So basically, the flash memory is expensive, so they don't want to drop it, so they don't lose money or more money or whatever.
They've also come out. They made an announcement that to me was clear as fucking day, but apparently they felt that it needed to be addressed, and that's the fact that of all the Vita owners in the world,
All 7?
most of them, or almost all of them, are PS3 owners.
So 5 of them.
Yes, as well.
5 out of 7?
So they're saying when people buy Vitas, it's because they typically have a PS3, and I don't know who would just buy the Vita without owning a PS3. So,
It's like, hey, I haven't owned a handheld in 15 years. Maybe
just-
I'll buy that Sony one.
Yeah.
Does it play Blu-ray?
I was pretty,
Yep.
I was
right in the back.
pretty fucking sure that was
Put it on that touch screen. Just keep spinning it.
yeah.
Also, discreeter.
So that was like the
Gotta hit 54. Gotta hit.
Just rub it.
Just gotta hit 5,400 RPM. You'll be good. That's the reads hard. I don't remember. That's read speed. I don't know. Whatever.
Nerd.
That's the hard drive read. I don't know why I said that. Anyway, go on.
whore. So Sony's that was Sony's basic big stories. Like I said, it wasn't a huge conference. It's just what it was. What is going on behind me?
I just started like I'm looking in your eyes. Okay.
I know.
But then Borderlands.
You get lost in them. I know.
Yeah, but then Borderlands. Ooh, gun with green
Really
stuff.
quick.
Yeah, it's cool.
This bastard playing Borderlands 2
And his live stream from London.
is on the second playthrough already. And he's already caught up to where I am on my
On your
first playthrough.
He's lapping you.
Yeah.
That's why he gets paid.
Bullshit.
That's why he gets big bucks.
So, like I said, there was just a couple more things. These got announced. These have really nothing to do with Sony, or they can't. They're just like some of the smaller stuff that got announced.
Yeah.
The first one is Turtle Beach has backed the Wii U. They announced 2 different models that are coming out,
Yeah,
which is
they're
good.
Calling them. It's what's the name of the headset? It's like N.
NLA, and
That
the,
makes no sense.
and the, probably N for Nintendo because like
that
the
could
X11s are for Xbox and the P11.
But no, NLA.
whatever is it.
Is that what you said?
NLA,
LA.
which
That's why I don't get like the other.
they're both stereo. I'm assuming one's wired and one's wireless. That'd be my guess.
Okay, and I just say like usually their numbering systems like it's always Nintendo. That's why it's P and then X. And
Yeah.
but I don't get the other. letters.
Turtle Beach makes great stuff, so that's good for Nintendo that they're getting backed by Turtle Beach. They're
definitely.
probably the best headsets available. So
Yeah, for the price, for the cheaper price.
yeah, well, who the fuck really wants to spend like $300-$400 on headphones, dude?
Those MLG people, they need those those Astros.
Yeah, fucking A.
Yeah, I don't have a special edition headset.
No, it's because they got chewed.
Yeah. No, that one didn't. That one's put
Just
up
buy
with
some
it.
Astros, and then
Yeah.
you'll see your dog chew, and then you'll actually cry.
For the 3DS the 3DS XL fans out there, there was screenshots or whatever pictures of
Oh, you're right.
the circle pad add-on.
Yeah, I knew it was coming eventually.
It's just like, dude.
There's only like 2 games used. You know what? Like the Wii comes out with all these add-ons. You know what I mean? You have to look at the Wii Motion Plus. That's now bundled with all
4
their
games.
systems. 4
4
games
games used
total. Only one of them maybe 2 of them you'll actually ever play.
Yeah.
With Legend of Zelda and the Wii Sports Resort. I'm not sure the other 2 off the top of my head. One of them I know is dumb though.
They're both. The other ones are both stupid.
Yeah, I mean the Circle Pad Pro
2 games use it.
is
Kid Icarus.
2 games. Kid Icarus and was it Resident Evil?
Yeah. No, there's 3
Yeah.
games. There's Metal Gear.
Maybe it was Metal Gear. I was confused. Yeah, I think it was Metal Gear.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, you have those ones. I mean, it's another.
That's why they didn't
cool-
include it in the redesign. It costs too much money.
Yeah, I mean, they're like
Stupid.
$20 though. Like when they're
Yeah,
selling, I'm like,
exactly.
what's-
They sell
No,
it
to make it an integral part of the 3DS, like a permanent piece.
I should-
99% of the games don't utilize it. So what the hell's the point?
I mean, like it's another
But
oversight by
on the flip
Nintendo
side,
on their accessories.
If they would have, when they were developing the hardware,
if they
included
would have
that
made it in the beginning, everybody
people
would
would've
have
supported it.
No,
They would have
they'd all
developed their
support it.
games for the second
Yeah.
stick. Yeah.
Yeah.
But now, yeah, it's like they see that it hasn't been purchased, and the first 2 games are the only ones that I think
Because
that's why
Resident Evil sold so fucking well.
I mean, like that's like in a developer standpoint, that's excluding some of your market by making it where you need the Wii U or the Wii Plus. I mean, sorry, or the Circle Pad because most people don't have that. Because like you look at the sales of them, you have only the new systems and the people who got the little add-on
like the
original
bundles,
one.
yeah.
So I mean, you limit your market so much with that. So like literally, that's why I don't think they get the support. Like they have to like.
They're not
Selling
gonna-
this accessory, like if it would sell well, is a good idea. But the fact that it's not, it hurts their overall.
But when it failed the first time, why go back to the well again?
Exactly.
To strike out again.
Nintendo, another oversight on there, thinking they could sell an add-on afterwards. Literally, there's absolutely no reason. I don't care that they say it costs too much to put that on there. No, no.
Really interesting fact, since we were talking about Nintendo add-ons and stuff like that. Did you know that the Famicom, isn't that the correct way to put it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, had a microphone built into the controller that you could talk into?
No idea.
No, I didn't know.
The original Legend of Zelda Japanese version supported it for fighting. I don't remember what enemy. You'll have to ask Masses.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just kind of interesting. It popped into my head.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Yeah. But no, I think we've definitely hit that Nintendo oversight on the accessories.
Yeah.
Take that, Nintendo.
Yeah. Another thing, this was slightly smaller still. There was a headset that got announced a way back, the Black Shark from Razer, and it was actually on hand for people to play around with, check
I'm
out.
interested.
These look crazy. They're $120. They actually have. They're designed after like actual pilots, like people that fly commercial jets.
Airplanes?
Yeah, what they wear. So like everything, like from the ear slots to the microphone in front of you, are all on like moving booms, like on steel booms, where you can like
Really?
adjust it and tighten them. And
So
whatnot.
was there a picture?
It's right. It's right now.
See, more to me.
They're going to come in an assortment of colors. The one that I think is
Not
pretty
bad
much
looking, actually.
blatantly, you see the booms
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
talking
yeah.
about? Yeah.
No, they're not bad.
The one that's clearly probably designed for Xbox is green and black. They're also talking about a blue and orange one. Go Bears. I don't
Bears.
know. I don't know who that's for. But they look pretty cool.
PlayStation with the orange throws me off.
That's actually pretty badass.
Yeah,
You
it's
know
cool.
what else be cool?
$120. They're like hand stitched.
Do a $200 version of a World War II pilot cap. It'd be awesome. I'd wear that shit. You wouldn't get headset hair anymore.
Play some Microsoft Flight with that shit.
Yeah.
These
Some
things
fucking
actually,
goggles on it.
have like real
Surround sound.
screws and stuff to tighten
I
the
want to
actual.
get a better
No, it's
picture.
cool. Like,
Oh, it went
I need
away.
it, though.
Oh,
stuff
It
like
went
that
away.
is always has a market to mod. I mean, you look at mice, keyboards. I mean, look at like any keyboard.
their wired 360 controller is actually pretty badass. The only thing that stopped me from buying it is because it's wired.
Yeah, why don't you just get? You know that the adapter is like $8 on
Dongle.
Amazon.
I know.
Yeah, the dongle.
But the controller itself is wired. Like it has a
yeah,
wired
I know what you're
controller.
talking about. Yeah, really, I went the route of buying the $8 adapter a few years ago. So
For what?
I use it on my PC game
No,
sometimes.
I get that, but this controller's for the Xbox.
Yeah, oh no, I know what you're talking
It's got a
about.
wire.
Yeah, I know, but I used to use my current
Cord?
controllers for it without cords.
Cords.
Cord.
What else we got?
Yeah.
This is actually the last story, but I'm unfamiliar with it. I'm actually kind of checking it out right now.
Yeah.
It's a company called Neuroware.
Oh.
Neuroware, I guess.
Spell it.
Neuro. It's neuro, like brain.
Oh.
I just can't talk.
Brainware.
Yeah.
He's talking about brain things and can't make his brain work to say it.
Yeah, and I guess it
Not a future hire of that company.
registers your feelings and your thoughts to incorporate different gimmicks on some of your characters. Like if you're playing like WoW or whatever.
Okay.
And like you're sad, it can make your ears like more droopy.
No.
It'll like-
I got the perfect game for it. Fucking Little Big Planet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Too sad.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Or Borderlands, like going to Rage.
That's support. I don't know how the hell, like, any...
I don't know anybody that would support a game that can register your feelings.
I mean,
Your stupid fucking iPhone is the first adapter.
Yes!
probably. And sells literally, yeah.
Real quick, just to clarify, it says nothing about WoW. I just didn't know how else to explain it
Yeah.
without something like that. So I don't know if WoW is going to take it on or not.
I have a question.
Yeah.
What if you're horny?
Oh, jeez.
It is-
Is there a horny face
very,
for Sackboy? Sackboy gets pergy.
yes.
That is stupid.
Very, very phallic things start coming out of your avatar. Horns, really lengthy horns.
It's gotta have that sound.
Dante's sword gets longer.
Pinocchio's nose just grows. Just everything very phallic.
Interesting concept. It just you have to put that out to all the developers. You have to have something. For
I think
that.
this is really.
I really think you're gonna have maybe 1 or 2 games that'll do it.
I wouldn't even consider this beta. I think this is an alpha. This is like.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that sounds like an
years
idea
off.
that's gonna get scrapped.
I hope so. I really hope so.
Aside from that, that's pretty much what Tokyo Game Show had to offer. Not.
Me and Tokyo. That's what I said. Everything just got announced before.
And I mean, there was a bunch of Japanese exclusive bullshit.
Oh,
that
there's
we'll
tons.
never see.
None of that matters to us.
Like 15 RPGs got announced.
Yeah.
That'll never ever make it outside
And
of Japan.
14 of the 15, the art style's done by the guy who did Dragon Ball.
A bunch of them.
You just won in a sweatshop work.
Most of them are never ever.
I'm making my 10 grand a year.
They just recolor Goku every time.
And paintbrush. Or no,
We're gonna make his hair pink this time. I'm using Mario paint.
paint and bucket, just green hair, purple. Right.
Yeah, and a bunch of stuff that we'll never
It's
ever
never,
see.
Yeah, that's why
never coming stateside.
It's not worth even
Yeah.
reporting on.
Yeah, but aside from that, I mean, we could, I suppose, wrap it up. I know it was
Yeah.
a little weaker of a topic of the week, but you gotta cover the big ones, and this is probably the third biggest convention all year.
That's what she said.
Basically, at this point, apparently from this year, it's not even almost worth mentioning, though,
Yeah.
which is kind of sad.
Yeah, I
This
think
is comparable to PAX. I mean, stuff got announced.
PAX is
PAX
more relevant, I think, than this
yeah,
year. At least.
I would have to agree. Just on a nerd level.
Yeah,
like,
PAX has been really cool the last few years.
Usually Tokyo's when Sony and Nintendo announced stuff, and neither of them really took big advantage of any of it.
Yeah, Tokyo was a lot bigger.
There's
than
always-
previous years.
there's always
this year
next
they
year.
flopped. Yeah, there's that.
We're at the end of a console run. There's only so much to fucking announce. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, everything's winding down.
no, there's only so much to announce. Like
mean-
your new fucking consoles,
Yeah, I wish.
which none of them,
That would have been a kick-ass Tokyo
none of
Game
them
Show.
made any appearance. Even the one that is announced.
Yeah, that's the one they should have did. And here you go, PS4, $699 US.
You know what?
he just does that evil. How do you explain this through the microphone?
Just that evil villain, like laugh and like twiddle your fingers.
With Tony's face and like the way he's it totally reminds me of the guy from The Hangover, the Asian guy. That's exactly what I
Chow!
imagined. Mr. Chow.
I look Asian now.
You look like Mr. Chow, and you sounded like Mr. Chow.
Did you do a bunch of blow before he came in?
So, God,
You
you guys getting
literally
mad at me for being drunk.
instant like him jumping out naked from the back of the car
In fat with Cheetos.
with Cheetos. Yeah,
Just one stuck under a fold.
except Mr. Chow's not fat, but yes, in Tony's view.
Tony
Yeah.
Chow.
Tony Chow.
Tony Chow, we gonna do some blow and eat some Cheetos. We'll be cut ourselves later. And that's all
Your new
talking-
last name. I hope you like it.
Tony
Which one?
Chow.
Tony Chow.
Tony Chow.
Tony Chow. Konnichiwa, bitches.
What's up, bitches?
So, bitches. Is that a anybody else got?
That's a good note to end on.
Yeah.
Tony Chow.
Tony Chow. Konnichiwa, bitches.
So, bitches.
Everyone comment Tony Chow if you made it this far in the video.
We want that a trending topic on Twitter.
Yeah, we want Google to know it.
Tony Chow.
We want Google to look into what the fuck we're talking about.
All right.
He's just doing like,
I don't know.
"Goddamn,
I don't know
no."
what to say. No, I don't care. This is
I
like,
know.
He's just completely befuddled.
like, what do I say to that?
What
Like,
just
okay.
happened in the last minute?
This has been episode 33. Tune in next week, guys. Same time, same place.
Tony Chow.
Tony Chow.
Some bitches.
So, bitches.